This property report is powered by realestate.com.au. Know the value of your home today. Track your property now.
To property now, and the RBA kept interest rates on hold at their record low of 0.1% this week and maintained that it didn't expect rates would begin rising until 2024. Joining me now live from realestate.com.au is John Healy. John, good to see you. With speculation that rates will rise earlier than forecast, was there anything different around this rates announcement?
Well, the language which has been consistent this year, that the RBA didn't expect rates to begin rising until 2024 at the earliest, did change ever so slightly. Those three words, at the earliest, were removed from the official statement released by the bank on Tuesday. But in a very rare press conference held by the RBA Governor, Philip Lowe, following the meeting, he did use those words again when speaking to the media, but he also really did emphasise the point that any increase in the cash rate would be based on the data, not the date, and said that when it does go up, it will be a result of inflation conditions allowing it to do so rather than the calendar. He also said that the RBA wasn't hinting at an interest rate rise earlier than 2023, like some central banks have recently in other countries around the world. Of course, many economists still do predict that and forecast that interest rates will rise ahead of that forecast before 2024. And of course, banks have already begun increasing the rates on their longer term fixed rate loans in anticipation that interest rates will rise further down the track. But in another speech on Thursday, Mr. Lowe said that the bank wouldn't be raising interest rates to deal with rising property prices, but said that the regulators will be keeping a really close eye on lending standards as prices do continue to rise.
To this weekend now, and of course with Sydney's COVID lockdown extending, John, for at least another 7 days, as well as increased restrictions, how are auction numbers looking there and elsewhere?
Well, around the capital city markets around the country, there are just under 1,700 homes scheduled to go to market. But given the COVID situation evolving in Sydney, numbers in that city have been impacted, down around 20% week on week. Just 394 auctions scheduled in Sydney this weekend. That would be its lowest number of the year. Better news in Melbourne, though, with numbers relatively flat week on week, but more than 900 homes scheduled to go to market in Melbourne this week. And the suburb of Reservoir in that city's northern suburbs is expecting 21 homes to go under the hammer there. Numbers are also up around 20% in Brisbane, which is good news for that market, down around 17% in Adelaide and up around 13% week on week in the ACT.
And with lockdowns in place around much of the country, auctions held online in Sydney and Brisbane last week. How did sales around the country perform?
Well, the REA Insights Market Indicators report that was released this week found that sales remained very steady last week, with nearly 9% more preliminary sales last week than compared to the week before, and nearly 44% more when compared to the same week a year earlier. So that's really good news. Clearance rates are a good indication of sales strength as well, and three capital cities were sitting above the 90% mark again last week, with Sydney, Adelaide and the ACT all above that mark. Sydney had its best clearance rate result in around 3 months, but keeping in mind far fewer auctions did go to market in that city due to the COVID situation last week. Good numbers in Melbourne, very strong results there, given more than 900 properties were due to go to market last weekend, which was great news. Adelaide and the ACT were also very strong last weekend. And Brisbane had a good bounce back, up from 57% the week before to a nearly 66% clearance rate last weekend.
Yeah, some terrific results there. Just finally, it seems that the higher end of the market has really caught the eye this week with potential buyers.
That's right. There are some stunning properties on the market right now, and also some fairly stunning price tags as well. The top 5 most viewed homes on realestate.com.au this week really do illustrate the quality of the prestige market at the moment. And if we have a look now at our most viewed home of the week, it's a stunning property in Berejiklian, near Cronulla to the south of Sydney. This home is called Nautilus and it's been marketed as Australia's finest house. And the pictures really do explain exactly why that's the case. The 7-bedroom, 19-bathroom home has parking for 20 cars and all the features you could want. 6 kitchens, around a pool, a marina, even its own bowling alley. It's over 6 levels, this home, with nearly 4,000 square metres of internal space. It was built for a reported $30 million over 4 years and has price expectations above $50 million, which of course, if it was to reach that, would well and truly smash the Sutherland Shire sales record of around $11 million.
Wow, 6 levels and a bowling alley. What a stunning property that one is. Look forward to seeing how that one goes. John Healy, we'll see you again next week. Thank you.